Hi everyone, it's Ali and welcome back to the Heffy Doodle YouTube channel. Just a quick reminder that the new release pre-orders have opened, and if you do a pre-order there will be a free stamp set available, and the new release is available from July 10. Today I have a card based on something that one of my fantastic crafty friends sent me, Fiona. She sent me this card with using some of her Stampin' Up products, and it was a flat fold card that folded out to stand up, and so I decided that I wanted to do one with my Heffy Doodle Super Dudes stamp set in this same fold formation. So and it turned out really super cute. So this is how it works. It starts out flat and then folds out, and then you can stand it up to display it. So I've used the dimensions from Susan Lavasseur from WOWNolacreations. I've just did a Google search and a YouTube search, and I found some dimensions that I liked from Susan on her blog. And I've just put those at the bottom of the screen, but by all means go to her blog and have a look at those. And she also has a YouTube video, I think, as well. So I'm just cutting down the front panel now and scoring it according to her dimensions. And yeah, as I mentioned, this type of card seems to be fantastic for where you want to use a lot of the images from a stamp set. And there's quite a lot of area to put all of the images on the card, and it's fabulous if you like, you're getting a lot of use out of your stamp sets. So that's how it all attaches with those two pieces, quite simple. Now I wanted to create a sort of evening kind of night sky, so I've just started off with chipped sapphire there at the top of my back piece, just using my blending brush there, and also a bit of dusty Concord. And as you can see, I tap on my stamp pad and then I put some ink on my glass media mat, and then I use that ink off my glass media mat to keep shading, and I find that saves my ink. I don't really like tapping it off on a paper towel because then I think, well, it's ink wasted. So I'm just now masking off using my Heffy Doodle tape as well, and I'm going to just keep sort of folding the front bit up to check where the colours should be and what colour that piece should be. So I went on and did some wild honey on one of the folds as well, so that it all looked consistent when I folded it up like so. Then I just joined that piece with some adhesive, and I did that while it was flat just to make sure that it was all straight, and then it will stand up like that. Now I'm just going to splatter it with some water droplets and also with some white gesso, which I used for kind of like my galaxy and nighttime background scenes as well. So this is that little front panel, and I'm starting off with some wild honey, and then again going in with my dusty Concord on the other side. My glass media mat is so easy to clean up. You can see there, just with paper towel, it just all cleans up really quick. And now I'm going to use my Cityscape Stencil, which I absolutely adore. It's such a fantastic stencil and idea. And I've just slid my paper in there, and I'm going to cover it with some black soot. And I love the brushes actually for using with my stencils. They are so much easier. They don't catch on fine stencil pieces, and I just find they just work like a charm. So I enjoy using those. Then I just fussy cut that out, and I'm just checking there how it's going to look. Decided that I needed, of course, that wild honey on that little panel as well. I didn't bother with the splatters or the gesso because I knew it was going to be mostly covered up by my building silhouette. And then use the other side of my Cityscape stencil and a silver glitter gel pen just to get the little windows in there. And it was really quite easy with the silver gel pen, and I quite like using this instead of other ink or anything like that, and it gives a nice little shimmer too. So was happy with that, and then I'm just attaching my front panel again while it's all laying flat to make sure I got it straight. And then I was going to attach my city to the front, my city buildings to the front of that. You could, with that front panel, you can see the sort of the white back side of that, but you could colour that with wild honey if that bothered you. It didn't really bother me that much because once you get all the images on, you don't notice those bits anyway. So I've just attached my buildings on, and now I'm going to trim that from the back, trim the excess off from the back. And there you go. So it lays flat like so, and then stands up like so. Really cute and fun, and just gives a little bit of a dimension to the card, and then you would write on the back of it, obviously. So I'm going to stamp out some of my Super Dudes images from the set, which is one of my favourites, and then quickly colour them in with Copics. Not going to show my colouring today, just to save time on the video. So I've coloured them in and cut them out, and then I was just going to decide where all my pieces were going to be placed. I knew I wanted the little flying Super Dude on that front panel, so I've just gently pressed them on, as I'm not sure yet exactly where I want them to go. So I just gently put them on at first, and then I find I can shift them around if I need to. I've also stamped out some of the sentiments in Versamark ink and white embossed them on some black card, and then just done a little backing with some coordinating card. And just sticking those on to the very front. And as you can see, I can move the little dog around because I hadn't pressed him down too hard. And then I just attached all my other pieces, including the clouds. Then when I laid it flat, I realised that the little Super Dude was actually poking up a little bit too high. So again, I just gently lifted that up and then pushed him down more firmly for permanent. So I've also used my super Heffy cut there as well, just to give it a little bit of, give the text a little bit of difference, and just had an extra cloud, so I thought I would stick that at the back. And then you write on the back your sentiment. I actually put a piece of card on the back of mine because I got a bit of ink on the back of it and it wasn't as clean as what I would like, so I just cut a piece of card and adhered that to the back. And there you go. So heaps of fun. Like I said, you can use lots of your images from a stamp set, and it does fit a lot on it. Really fun, and something great for kids too, because they always like a bit of an interactive card. Thanks for joining me, and we will see you again next time. And don't forget to check out the new release on the Heffy Doodle blog.